Hi guys, welcome to the James Bond Show. I'm your host, Krazy Kajeevie, with no fears, limits or substitutes, the bad boy of James Bond. Guys, I've got a very special guest to introduce some of you to, though some of you have met this fella before. This is Bosco, my beloved cat. Bozzy is 19.5 years old on the 23rd of this month, the 23rd of June, and he's going for 20 on December 23rd. Now, I have shown Bozzy before. Sadly, I haven't announced this on the James Bond show yet. Friends of mine know on Facebook, etc. But sadly, last Thursday night, I found out that Bozzy here is dying. So yeah, it's a bit sad, but he is dying. That's what the vets have told me. He's got 3/4 of his kidney is not working, so he's on some medication to help his kidney keep going and survive. He's had an incredible He's had an incredible life. I'm 45 now. I was 25 when he was born in my cupboard on December 23rd. So he's been a massive part of my life, and he's just a beautiful boy. So I am going to show him more often on the James Bond show. Stay there, buddy. As you can tell, he's quite thin now. That's because of the kidney issue. So he's quite thin, but he's eating a lot. He's drinking heaps, and he's not in any pain or anything like that, or any discomfort. He's still a happy boy. So yeah, I'm just trying to give him the best life I can, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't been on the James Bond show as much of recent, and as I've been spending more time with him and attending to my best mate here. Okay guys, let's get into this. And any prayers and well wishes for Bozzy would be much appreciated, and yeah, he's just a beautiful boy. But let's get into this. What do you reckon, Bosco? Okay, so guys, what I've got for you tonight is a reaction from the fans. Bozzy is off and running. So I've got a reaction. Oh, Bozzy. Alright, hopefully he'll just settle down. Sit down. Or he's going to jump down. Hey, they say working with animals and kids. Well, okay, we'll see. We'll leave Bozzy up to his own devices and see what he does. So guys, I have a reaction video tonight on, well, it's all gone across the world, hasn't it? The James Bond community, about James Bond. Spoiler warnings for any snowflakes. I'm about to give you spoilers, spoilers that were already over the world for 2 days prior to when I did a video on, but hey, I'm the bad guy apparently. Okay guys, so the spoilers, the rumours that James Bond was going to be a father, boss goes off, that James Bond was going to be a father, and that, block your ears if you don't want to hear a big spoiler, that James Bond is going to die. Now quickly I'm just going to jump in and say, guess who said that 10, 11, maybe 12 months ago, that James Bond was going to die, be killed off, so they could give Nomi this franchise? One person, one channel, more baby. Me. Sound like Beaker from the Muppets. Okay, so let's get straight into this. Now this is by the Daily Mail, and once again I warn you, I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. This is how I drive. Alright, so no glasses, but let's do this. The Daily Mail. Okay, so this is the first headline of the Daily Mail article. No time to die. He's got no time for anything now. James Bond fans divided over news 007 will have a daughter, as they speculate he'll swap killing and womanizing for CBBS. Now, I had no idea what CBBS were, so I had to look it up. And they look like funny little weird cat baby kind of things. If anyone's a parent out there, leave in the comments below. Or if you're Joe Darlington and you watch CBBS, let me know all about them. Big Joe! Okay, guys, let's get going on. Come and have a laugh. People! Alright, so it's been reported that James Bond, played by Daniel Craig, will have a 5-year-old daughter in the upcoming film No Time to Die. But the revelation has... What's this? Oh, divided. Oh, the revelation has divided diehard Bond fans, with some citing the decision is woke and others claiming they'll have no time for killing and womanizing now, or that Bond will have no time for killing and womanizing now. The fans are already saying it's woke. And they're correct. It is woke. But more about that a little bit later. Bond will be a doting dad to Mathilde, whatever. His daughter with love interest Dr. Dull Swan. Sorry, it's Dr. Madeline, but I'm going to call it Dr. Dull Swan. Okay, but fans swarm to Twitter to write they're trying to destroy this franchise in the name of wokeness. I love that. So the fans are whacking on Twitter there that James Bond is being destroyed in the name of wokeness. See what is happening. Now, this is a backlash before this film's released in November. It's not looking good at the box office. So, okay, let's have a look at the quotes that the Daily Mail put up that were all across Twitter. And none of them are mine. Okay, quote number 1. James Bond ain't no family man. He's Casanova reincarnated. Dick. Okay, I'm gonna score these out of 5. I'm giving that a 3.5. I like that one. Number 2 quote from a random angry Bond fan. And now suddenly everything makes sense. Of course James Bond doesn't have any time to die. He has a 5-year-old. He hasn't got time for anything anymore. Okay, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I like that because it's basically saying he's a daddy. He ain't got no time because he's busy with his kitty. Okay, guys, number 3 quote. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to watch CBBS. Okay, I'm giving it a 2.5. It's not that funny. Alright, where are we up to now? Okay. Oh, I thought I had more than that. Okay, anyway. Others thought the plot was a weak way to shoehorn in feminism and to show Bond as a changed man. And others argued he would have multiple children by now because he's such a horrible man, alright? Okay, so now we're down to the 4th quote, right? Okay, so the 4th quote from a fan. James Bond as the doting father of a 5-year-old daughter. An added dimension to his character, but would make him both more vulnerable and more risk adverse. So basically setting him up as a target and his family as a potential target. And I agree. I'm only giving that a 2.5, but I agree. Number 5. Stop messing with the format. Stop trying to turn a sexy franchise into Kindergarten Cop. Tracy and Vesper are the only loves of Bond's life, not Madeline Swan, a classic dumb person's idea of a sophisticated heroine. I'm giving that tweet, by whichever tweeter it was, I'm giving that 5 Kajeevie stars out of 5 because he said it all, and I like the reference to Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor. Let's keep going here. You know what? Love me or hate me. I'm funny. Crazy. Okay, so let's go. The schedule describes a scene shot in southern Italy last September, which featured Dr. Dull alongside Larry Lunchbox Lynch, Nomi, and a child called Matilda. Let's just go with Matilda. Played by Lisa Dora Son. Oh, great. They got Dora the Explorer playing James Bond's daughter. Now, look, the surname of the actual actress, is Lisa Dora Son. So, Dora Son, obviously hyphenated. Now, Son. If that ain't Frenchy, then French people don't eat froggies. That is French, and guess who else is French? Well, yes, indeed, the woman, Léa Seydoux, that plays Dr. Dull, is French. So if that isn't a little clue to the fact that she is James Bond's daughter, well, again, I don't know what is. Okay, so let's have a look at the big spoiler here. Scene 235, as the schedule calls it, details where Nomi pilots Madeline and Mathilde to safety with the island in the background. Now, the island is Safin, aka Dr. No's island. Paparazzi photographers have taken... Oh, hang on, guys. Sorry. Paparazzi photographs taken during filming show a young girl wearing blue dungarees. Yeehaw, dungarees. They've got this chick in dungarees, already enforcing the feminine aspect. She's a rough, tough rider girl in dungarees. Okay, not very classy. I guess they're not Tom Ford dungarees. Sashitsky at the infomercial experience. What are you going to do, pal? What are you going to do? Are you going to collect yourself a pair of dungarees that aren't Tom Ford dungarees? Put them in your little collection? Huh? Are you going to be selling those on the infomercial, the Bond infomercial experience? Oh, man, you must be spewing that they're dungarees. I bet you $50 dungarees don't end up in your collection. And if they do, I'm a 5-year-old, then I'm going to say one thing. You're suspect! Okay, let's keep going here. So the young girl wearing blue dungarees with the actors and crew on the set, but it is not known if she is Matilda. Well, I would say it's a strong bet that she is, because I've seen the photo, it's in the thumbnail, and well, she looks like she's wearing blue dungarees and that she's a little Missy Bond girl. Okay, Film Insider. Now, I love this. They're always talking to a film insider. A Film Insider last night said, yes, it is true. Bond is a dad. Daniel, as in Daniel Craig, wanted to make this Bond film the most surprising and entertaining of all. Well, I tell you what, you got the first part right, surprising. You could nail Craggy Craig to my head and I wouldn't be more surprised that Eon think any of this is a good idea. My goodness. Daniel is older and his Bond is maturing and looking at life through the prism of fatherhood. That's just what I want from a James Bond film. That's what I think all of you guys want too, is you want your James Bond to be 52, married, and with a kid. Look, Goldfinger, classic. On Her Majesty's, classic. But no kids in blue dungarees and no nagging wife. Tell you what, if they had added those two ingredients, those films would be ultra Bond classics. Alrighty then. Okay. But But there's a lot more to it than that. That's right, there is a lot more to it than that, Mr. Insider, because this is all about a hidden agenda to cuckold and destroy what we Bond fans love and what we fantasize about and dream about. Okay, so Fleabag-infested twat Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Now, I'm going to be honest, I took a little bit of artistic license with that introduction about her from the Insider, but let's have a look-see. Fleabag-infested twat Phoebe Waller-Horseface. I didn't take liberty with that. That was there, I promise. So, Fleabag twat Phoebe Waller-Horseface was brought in to rewrite the script after original director Danny Boyle was replaced by Kerry Joji Berry Fucking Wanger. That is what we're calling him now. Kerry Fucking Wanger. Okay, the film is now listen guys, this is from the Insider, and I'll be really honest. I think the Insider is the same one that gave the whole, Larry Lunchbox is going to be 007 and M calls him in and it's going to be a popcorn dropping moment. I reckon this is all fixed. To me, I smell a big fat rat, okay? Fatter than Joe Darlington. The rat here is stinky. And I reckon here that they've put this person up to give this straight to the Daily Mail because it's the same paper. The Daily Mail is the paper that boasted about having the scoop that Larry Lunchbox Lynch was going to be 007, get the 007 number. I actually dropped that on the entire world 2 days before the Daily Mail did, and I've got the video, the time, the date and everything to prove it, but I think the fans of the James Bond show know that already. Anyway, let's go on. This is an actual quote from the Insider. The film is now packed with woke references, and the Insider said making Bond a dad had opened up a whole avenue of powerful moments and jokes, adding, it's the one thing fans would never expect. Well, we're going to get jokes. I tell you what, Eon, James Bond and your little 197 pound, let's face it, $250 odd million film is going to be the butt of jokes in memes once the whole daddy thing really comes out when this film's released in November. Okay, so No Time to Die opens with a new Bond. Now, there's a bit of a spoiler here too, guys. This is also confirming what the James Bond show announced many months ago about what would be the exact opening of the film, the pre-title sequence. So No Time to Die opens with new Bond villain Saffron, Dr. No, chasing a girl across the ice-covered lake in Norway. The scene is a flashback of a young Madeline Swan fleeing for her life. Daniel wants to tie up lots of loose ends in this, his final film. So Dr. No, aka Saffy Burger, Saffy Waffy, he's going to be chasing Madeline. Now, you're definitely looking at some weird anti-aging thing. That guy must be using, seriously, he must be using these OPI James Bond little stuff to make himself look really young because, well, Madeline and him are the same age basically, but he's the same age he is later on in the film when she's a little girl. So how that makes sense, I don't know. They're really getting into some crazy gene stuff here. Okay, so where are we? So everything is interwoven, the Insider said. Bond finding out he is a father is integral to the plot. Now check this bit out. Let's have a look at this. Let's do a little bit of detective work. Bond finding out he is a father. So he finds out he is a father. Now, the film opens up apparently almost right after Spectre, a month or two. I believe they've got married quick, they're honeymooning, whatnot. Then they break up. It's obvious, they break up. And I believe this will be the second part, even up to scene 53. Remember, there's over 200, apparently 253 scenes in this film. So around scene 50 to 53 is going to be the car chase in Matera, in around that province of Matera. And that is going to be the PTS. Now, it was announced donks ago, and I talked about it here on the James Bond show, that it would be the longest ever PTS at close to 30 minutes long. So it's going to be a doozy. Okay, so the new movie involves Bond saving the world from a biological pandemic. Wow, what does that sound like, huh? It's not quite COVID-19, but it's similar, said the insider. It's very timely, said the insider. Very timely. If this isn't I'll try and find the exact words here, guys, but basically, this is what they do. They put this stuff in the films, in the movies, in your magazines, your music, and they shove this down your throat about pandemics, scandemics, and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of the words, but it's kind of like an advertising into your head to get you used to what is coming. So if the Bond people didn't know that this fake, false scandemic was coming, then I am a monkey's uncle. So, what do I think of all this, guys? Well, as I said in my last couple of videos, this is obvious that Eon Productions do not want James Bond anymore and that they're going to kill him off. I would imagine after this that they're going to do probably one of two things. Sell off the franchise. Lord hope it's not Disney. Sell off the franchise, or they're just going to end it. That's it. But I don't think film studios would really allow that, or I'm not sure how the Ian Fleming Foundation would feel about that, because obviously James Bond would still be a cash cow. My gut tells me the James Bond franchise is going to go on without James Bond, and it is going to be Naomi's film franchise from now on. I'm disgusted with most of this. It is looking, as the James Bond show here predicted, that through woke, crazy feminism, and this insider even said that the film is filled with wokeness. So I've got a question for you guys, the subscribers, the fans, and the friends of the James Bond show. What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna boycott now? Because this is confirmation. Anyone saying, oh, I'm gonna wait to find out if all this is true, you know it's true, and you're a sucker. Now, if you still want to go and see the film, but you know this is true, go right ahead. Absolutely, go right ahead. And I hope all of this is not true, but the fact is these rumors all end up coming true. They all do. And we know that the whole Nomi 007 thing is true. We know. Sorry, I got my big dog over here, so I'm just giving him a cuddle. We know that that's true. We know she's got the 007 title, and everything else is coming true. And now photos of the little girl on set in the blue dungarees, that's come out. And what happened 2, 3, 4 days ago? Bond was going to have a little daughter. Now we've got photos of the little daughter. So guys, my question to you, please answer in the comment section below. Do you still intend to go and see No Time to Die at the box office? Or are you done with James Bond and are you going to let them have this? Also, my second question that I really want to see answered in the comment section, what do you think No Time to Die will make at the box office? Hang on, guys. Sit down, sit down. What do you guys... Oh, I pushed him a little bit too hard. What do you guys think No Time to Die will make at the box office? My guess is it's going to struggle to kick over 650 million. The film's running at 163 minutes. It's too long. It's a massive film. And I think it's going to piss off a lot of fans. And the people that they're making this for, the left-wing cucks that, you know, wear I Love Bernie Sanders t-shirts, they're not going to be showing up. So I'd love to know what you think. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. Stick with us, the James Bond Show, the only real James Bond channel that discusses Bond. And I discuss all these things here because out of love of James Bond, we are exposing, we are exposing, and Obi and I, we are exposing the truth that's going on here. He's a big sandwich, he's got a big waff. So we're exposing what's going on. We have to expose this. Sure, I'd love to sit here and talk about fluffy, hairy, little multicolored unicorns sitting under a rainbow, and let's all dance and sing Kumbaya and flowery little meadows or something, but that's just not what's happening here. We are seeing, and I sniffed out the destruction of James Bond, the Bond film franchise from 62 to, well, now, and we are seeing the absolute destruction of it. And what I want to say right down the barrel of this camera to the naysayers that think I'm negative is, have you ever seen me be negative for what Cubby did from 62 up to 1989, apart from Diamonds Are Forever? Have you ever seen me negative? I love Bond. I cherish Bond. It's all around me. It's a huge part of my world and my life. And I couldn't live the way I do with all this around me if I didn't love it. So people saying I don't love it, not a real fan, we all know that's a big bunch of baloney. I am just simply trying to protect it. And when there's channels out there that have influence and have so many, thousands of subscribers, you have an opportunity to stand up and say, Eon, this is not what we want. And the reason this channel, the James Bond Show, is gaining so much popularity at the moment and getting out there and the subs are climbing up is because it is the only James Bond channel that is defending what James Bond is. And I know my buddy Gregor over at his great channel Gregor, I know he's also defending the real James Bond too. And I'm sure he's going to do some kick-ass videos on it as well. Guys, more importantly than anything, drop a like. You've watched this. I've put the time and the effort into making this, so I ask you to give this video a like, especially if you agree with it. Don't be gutless, don't be a coward, and don't be lazy. Drop a like, show other people that you support this, and leave a comment, and don't forget those 2 questions I put to you. Are you going to see this film at the cinema? And how much do you think it will make? Till next time, guys, I've been your host, Krazy Kajeevie, and we had Bosco here as your other host, but he flew the coop. Till next time, guys, keep on bonding and say hi to your mum for me. Come on, Hobie, let's go. I know you want to go for a walk. Woof, 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 woof. Woof.